For over 20 years, I have ventured into businesses and big ideas. It's a roller coaster for anyone. After each success and flop, I have hopes that the next venture will be easier because of all the lessons I learned during the process. The biggest challenge for every single business has been the same theme: money. Where will it come from? How should we use it? How will God provide? I still ask myself the same questions over and over. Once a step is taken in pursuing a big idea, it becomes more real when money is involved, especially when one day it seems that someone else is going to provide that money and it's going to be purposed for your big idea. That's scary. Today, I'm going to put one foot in front of the other, do a little housework, make some dinner, make a pie for church tonight, then I'll take care of some laundry, I'm going to make my bed, and I'm going to do this all while asking myself the same exact question over and over and over. How will God provide? I don't know. Meet Dan. He's the analytical brain of our team, the one who looks up all the facts, figures, and researches all of my questions. Today, we weigh the pros and cons of which type of business the camp can be, either a for-profit or a non-profit. We still haven't registered it yet. We're also discussing the possibility of using grants to fund the camp. This led us down this trail of making a pretty solid decision by the end of the week on the direction of the camp's infrastructure, and that gave us a really solid plan to move forward. I'm pretty excited about it. When I first started thinking of this camp, I remembered all of the other ventures I experienced in years past. How I wanted my family to live on a farm at one point in time. I remember telling my mom when I was little that I wanted 1,000,000 animals. All I had at that time was a hamster. Several years back, I worked for a nonprofit farming community who taught people how to grow their own food. It was a relatively slow start until COVID happened and everyone came out of the woodwork wanting to become extra granola and crunchy overnight. They all wanted to be farmers. The volunteer list filled up so fast they had to wait list anyone else who tried to join. I really loved that job, and I love volunteering even more. There's just something about having your hands in the soil and watching something grow from a seed and knowing that you can feed your family with it. That's so rewarding. When we toured Camp Calagua, the tour of the kitchen really stood out to me. I remember Byron telling us that sometimes when they order food for the campers, not all of their order would show up. They may order $3,000 worth of food and only have $2,000 to work with. So then improvising becomes a thing, and you have to wing it to feed almost 1,000 campers. Farming isn't easy. There will be challenges that we will face. However, in all that I've learned over the past 9 years about farmers and growing my own food at home and food preservation, it feels like God's trying to tell me something. Like he's trying to tell me maybe we should be more self-sustaining through farming. And maybe we need to teach these campers how to make it a way of life for them too. So here's what I'm doing. I'm researching ways for government-funded programs and grants and different organizations to be able to partner with us. I'm looking and I'm searching for what's available that can get us to the place that we need to go. Where do I go from here? So I am going to call the Hernando County, Citrus County Farm Bureau. And I'm going to try to see if I can talk to somebody who can maybe answer some of my questions as far as who do I need to talk to that can give me some insight on what the Farmers Bureau for this county can do for somebody who is looking to start a youth camp with possible agricultural benefits and in teaching youth about agriculture and using farming to make a self-sustaining camp. Who can I talk to that can give me some more information, or can I come in and speak to somebody and make an appointment with them? So I'm gonna call and see who I can get on the phone. And I don't even know if this is the right question I'm supposed to ask because I'm really new at this, but I'm gonna try. So here's nothing. Okay, 352.
Here, may I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I am calling. I have kind of a strange question. I'm hoping you can point me in the right direction. I'm looking to speak to somebody who can give me some guidance and information. I'm in the beginning processes of building a youth camp and farm out in Brooksville, and kind of starting the foundational parts of this plan. And I wanted to talk to somebody to see how the Farmers Bureau can be of some help or connect in some kind of way. I know that's a really broad question to ask you. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right. What I can do, so are you interested in insurance side of it, or?
Well, I guess I will be eventually, but I'm looking more for, advocacy or, just in planning, whatnot, but being able to partner some kind of way with the Farmers Bureau of Florida
Right.
in this new venture. And I don't really know where to begin, but it was a thought to just reach out.
I gotcha. Okay. And what is your name? I'm going to have someone call you back, okay?
Sure. My name is Ann Brock.
Ann Brock. And phone number? 8513. Okay, got it. Okay. I'll pass this info on and have someone call you back.
I appreciate it. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Well, that wasn't that hard, but now they have to call us back. So we'll see what happens there. So I'm going to make a note that I did call, and we'll go from there. That wasn't too bad. The other part of trying to get this funded, this youth camp funded, is I'm just putting all my eggs in multiple different baskets to see which one produces. Kind of like throwing pasta against the wall, seeing which noodle sticks to the wall. Aside from grants and partnering with the Farmers Bureau of Florida and investors, I have this other potential financial, investment opportunity that I've been thinking that I wanted to do, but it is kind of like the last resort. And you know how when some things just continue to not work out the way you want them to, you really wonder, okay, God, what are you trying to tell me here? So this is the third time. Let me put up 3 fingers here. Third time. Let me just show. So this is a warranty deed transfer for a property that I should own, that I inherited from my dad in Texas. We have been trying to transfer the deed to my name for the past year, since last February, and somehow or another, something always happens where they reject my either notary stamp, or the address got put on there wrong, or something has happened. This is the 3rd time, and I'm trying to sell this house so that I can use the money to be able to purchase property, perchance. However, I've always had this kind of lingering feeling that maybe I should hold on to it for some reason. I don't know. I have a tenant in there right now. He's moving out, and then the house will be vacant. I really would like to sell this house because I'm in Florida and the house is in Texas. But for some reason, I can't get rid of this house, and I don't know why. So if you've never fasted and prayed before to get faster answers, that's what I always do whenever I'm just like, okay, I don't understand what's going on. Make me understand what is happening. Why do I need to hang on to this house? Why is this house not transferring in the time that I need to be able to sell it? I don't get that. So that is one of the potential assets that I could use to be able to purchase land to put the camp on, and then potentially have an investor come in and help me with the rest. Maybe God has other plans. I'm just putting feelers out in all different directions, and I'm hoping that something will come up. So we shall see. Stay tuned. I'm going to get it notarized again. I'm going to send it off for a third time and see, sweet Lord Jesus, what happens. Here goes nothing again. So I decided to come on this thing to just be real and transparent and honest, because this journey that I'm on is not, it's not an easy one. I'm really having a hard time right now with a lot of things. Being an entrepreneur for as long as I have, and experiencing successes and experiencing failures, is you have fewer wins than you have losses. And sometimes the losses just pile on so much doubt in what you're doing. It's really hard to sometimes lift your head up and see all the good things that are happening around you. And I'm particularly having a hard time because I'm coming on 9 months of my dad's passing. And last night I found in my son's room, which he has all of my dad's furniture because my dad lived in his room for a while. The bottom of one of the nightstands was the 4 shirts he wore all the time when he lived with us. And I picked them up and I made the mistake of smelling them. And it all just like, it smelled like he was just standing right there. God, I miss him. I really miss my dad. And my children are not being homeschooled anymore. So it's like this shift in purpose. I went from having a purpose for 8 years of being a homeschool mom and always having something to do for my kids. And now they're self-sufficient at school. I still have to help them with homework and stuff like that. Or at least my son, my daughter's pretty on autopilot, but he's younger. And just trying to help him transition. But Chris is gone. He's at a work luncheon. So it's just me and the animals here, the 2 cats and the dog. I had a great meeting with Misha this morning. She came to meet with me and talk to me, and Dan also, about how to move forward with the camp. And we've decided we're gonna make this a nonprofit. So we're gonna file that way, and I know God is in all of this, and it makes me realize that all the things that maybe I had done before in working with farmers and even back to having the flower shop and then working for a farm about 7, 8 years ago. That was a nonprofit, and they were trying to become a more self-sustaining operation. And then attempting to start my own nonprofit with Share Sheds was the name of the nonprofit I was going to start with, having mobile pantries inside communities. And that didn't happen. These are all like businesses that kind of even like took off a little bit and then they flopped, or things just didn't work out. So on one hand, I'm just like, okay, well, maybe all of the knowledge that I experienced beforehand is all coming together now for this camp. And then there's still this voice in my head that goes, or maybe it's another failure. I don't know. It's a lot of things today. I'm going like, one, you're alone in the house. The kids are gone. Your husband's gone. It's just you. You don't have your dad to take care of anymore. He's not here. His birthday's in a week. And then what if this is another thing that just doesn't go very far? I hope that's not it. I really hope that's not it. Lord, I hope I heard you right. I hope I heard you right. So I'm just going to continue to keep putting one foot in front of the other. When there's a whole lot of question marks happening right now. And I'm sad on top of that. Because I'm like, what is my purpose? Maybe I should just go get a job at Publix. I'm a good customer service gal. God has a plan. And surely all of this has a purpose. Surely it does. I guess we'll have to wait and see.